We hear this all the time. Everything is based on perception. And so many things are said in such a fluffy manner. I think people just say things sometimes and they don't really necessarily get what they're saying, but we just have a tendency to repeat what everybody else says because that's human nature. Sounds good. I'm going to write on that. But, you know, from my perspective, perception is definitely what's shaping how I am seeing what we call reality. And perception is definitely based on a foundation of your belief system. It's going to go back to what your belief system is. And where's that belief system coming from? And, you know, it's coming from so many different places, organizations, religious organizations, your family, societal. There's so many avenues that it's coming from. But the question is, what's really coming from you? You know, what's coming from you, just you? Is there an authentic you? So the bottom line, anyway, is that perception runs the show because it's going to be based on your belief system. And as we know of in quantum physics, where they say it's the observer, that the observer you can't observe anything without affecting it. You're going to determine what things look like for you. And what I recognize is that everybody has a unique concept of what reality looks like for them. We have like a blueprint, individual blueprints, and it is based on the collective consciousness as well, collective concepts as well, but at the same time it's based on other things that you've incorporated in this collage that you use to determine what reality looks like for you. Now, it doesn't mean that the reality as you have it, the pattern that you have for it, is necessarily looking like everybody else's. You know, so we just think that we're all seeing the same thing the same way and hearing things the same way. I don't think that we necessarily are. But I do recognize that people do have a unique concept or a unique blueprint of what reality looks like for them. And it is based on their perception. It's based on their belief system. And those perceptions are going to have some boundaries to them. And so with those boundaries, they are creating life. They're creating life the way they're living it, the place they live in, the environment they live in, the people they interact with.
One of the first times in my life I was ever introduced to the subject of perception was when I was in high school, and I was taking a high school psychology class, and this class just totally blew my mind. It opened me up to things I'd never thought about before. And I had this really amazing student teacher in this class, and one day he came into the room, and we all knew he was a really big long-distance runner. It was a really big passion of his. And he started telling us that one of his favorite snacks to eat after he got back from a really long-distance run that, you know, replenished him and, you know, made him feel better and have more energy and nourished him was dog food.